Hey everybody, so here's another cool place to eat in Henderson. This is about 25 minutes from the Strip. This is a local place where if you want to eat something different and have fun while doing it, this is an ideal place. This is called Samurai Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi. This place specializes in something called Teppanyaki. Teppanyaki is sometimes incorrectly known as hibachi, but it's the style of cooking. Teppan means the flat, large iron griddle or metal plate on which the food is cooked, and yaki means grilled, broiled, or pan-fried. Teppanyaki is especially ideal for groups of large people or special occasions. If you don't feel like sitting with large groups at this kind of a setup, they do have individual tables here. You have an option to sit at the table, but you won't get to witness the chef preparing the food right in front of you. We wanted the full experience. It's kind of like dinner and a show, because the chef will display his teppanyaki skills, and it's kind of a neat thing to watch if you've never experienced it before. We got your combination classics, so it comes with soup and salad. The dressing on the salad is almost like a vinaigrette, but it's a very refreshing Asian dressing. And the soup, it's not miso soup. It's actually a different kind of a broth. It's kind of like what you'd find in the udon noodles. And we also got appetizers, just a few, because we ordered some big combinations. But this is the oyster and salsa. For prices, I'm just going to leave a link in the description. It's pretty hard to find updated prices nowadays. But these oysters were about $4 to $5 for 2 pieces. The sushi selections here are very fresh, as well as the ingredients for the regular teppanyaki. We didn't get too many appetizers because we had ordered some big combinations. The chefs will roll out all the food and materials needed to prepare the food at your table. We were enjoying our appetizers as the chef was getting the sauces ready and preparing the grill for our combination meal. The teppanyaki combinations here usually goes from $25 to $50 and one wagyu dish at like $80 to $100, but they usually consist of your choice of steamed rice or fried rice. They kind of do their usual tricks, making the fried rice into the shape of a heart. And besides that, it comes with noodles, soup and salad, and your choice of meats, whether 1 item or 2 items or 3 items. The main items here are usually your filet mignon, your wagyu steak, or your New York steak. They also have salmon, lobster, scallops, shrimp, whatever combination you want to choose. But these are pretty filling. They are pretty good sized portions. I love the grilled taste of the teppanyaki items. There's usually a large amount of vegetables along with your main items. The teppanyaki chefs prepare all this in front of you, and they usually do it with precision and skill. It makes the whole experience really fun. If you've been to teppanyaki before, you'll probably recognize some of the classic teppanyaki tricks. These are New York steaks. And the thing I love about teppanyaki is that they are seasoned, but they're lightly seasoned. And it's just a hint of seasoning, but the flavor from the grill is what makes it really good for me. The seasoning can vary from place to place, but it's usually some type of soybean oil, a little bit of teriyaki, but the chefs take pride in what they prepare. The taste combination is sweet, salty, and a sharp, edgy flavor. My favorite aspect of the teppanyaki is that it's not overpowering sauces. It's not drenched in something. In a sense, it seems like it's lightly seasoned, but you get your classic combinations of flavor. Sweet and salty flavors enhanced by ponzu, mirin, soy sauce, teriyaki, and some of the dipping sauces. But the whole meal is just delicious. The fried rice, the vegetables, the steak and the chicken or seafood, all of the original taste remains, and you can taste the seasoning. It's a hint and a compliment rather than an overpowering sauce. They usually cut the steaks up, so you're not gonna get a whole steak like a steakhouse, but it was very tender and they can cook it according to your preference. All of the ingredients were extremely fresh, especially the seafood. From the sushi to the salmon, the shrimp, and the scallops, everything appeared to be very fresh. And they were cooked on this grill with the perfect seasoning of a teppanyaki. I remembered why I love teppanyaki so much. The flavors are just on point. Everything is simple yet so good. Most of us got the 3-item combos, which means you get more choices. You can add seafood such as the salmon, the shrimp, and the scallops. We stayed away from the extremely expensive premium meats such as the wagyu and the filet mignon. Of course, the prices will vary according to what you order. We all got the 3-item combo, but you can order just the 1 item, still get all the sides including the noodles, the fried rice, and you can have a great meal for around $25. None of us were able to finish all our food. We wound up taking a good portion of our food home. Way back in the days, there weren't too many teppanyaki restaurants in Las Vegas. The most famous one is Benihana at the Las Vegas Hilton. My friend was the food and beverage manager there, and at that time, that was the place to go to. A lot of the local Las Vegas high school kids would go to see a show and then eat at Benihana or another fine restaurant on the strip. One of the advantages of living in Las Vegas. Since then, Las Vegas has grown and evolved, as you know, and there are a lot more choices for teppanyaki in Las Vegas. Las Vegas can be very crowded on the strip, especially during events. There could be a convention such as the CES convention this weekend, or a Las Vegas Raiders football game, including a lot of other things that make Las Vegas very crowded, along the strip and Chinatown, which are both very popular destinations for tourists. A lot of times I don't want to go to the strip, or it's hard to find a reservation at very popular tourist destinations, in which case local restaurants like this is a great option. And I'll be honest, I haven't been to a teppanyaki restaurant in quite some time, but I was reminded again of how good the food is. From what I can see, there are roughly around 13 to 15 teppanyaki restaurants, possibly more. Let me tell you more about this restaurant. This place is extremely spacious. There are plenty of tables. Their menu is pretty extensive. For the teppan experience, this is a very good restaurant for your teppanyaki. The noodles may not be bold in flavors. It's actually a little bit plain. But that's one of the reasons why I like the teppanyaki, like I said before. Just a simple seasoning, and you still retain the original taste. Everything from the salmon and the seafood to the steaks were really good, and for me this fried rice was surprisingly good. It was really good even though it wasn't extremely loaded with ingredients. They also have a sushi bar, and the quality of the sushi here is actually really good. So if you're in Henderson, this is a very good option for you. And that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.